Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma, and I want to talk a little bit about 2024 and what it's meant for investors. This is probably the most difficult year that I've ever had in real estate, and I've been doing this for 35, almost 36 years now. And, market conditions change, interest rate changing, pricing changing, everything else, but probably the most difficult thing is the interest rates, number one. If I was going to look at 2024 and say, what is the biggest problem we had in terms of helping out investors, it would be with interest rates. Because, I do national webinars, and there's other cities and other states that are presenting on these same webinars as me. And I'm seeing, us in Oklahoma, even though these rates are really, really high, the cash flow is not really that good. In fact, it can be a little bit negative, where I have one builder that I wish I could do business with, but his prices are just too high unless rates go down below 5%. So I can't do that. But I'll see other states, and because they're doing the same rates as I'm doing, and you've got $350,000, $400,000 single family homes, then what you have is very strong negative cash flow. Now, the question is, if you're really wealthy, you can go, I'll subsidize it if the appreciation is strong enough. Well, the problem with that is appreciation is a guess over the next 5, 7, or 10 years, even though you may have some historical data, which we do. But cash flow is cash flow, and it's not going to change that much. So if you can start out with positive cash flow, that's really terrific. So the first half of the year was pretty slow in comparison to previous years that we've had. But boy, starting in September until the end of this year, it has been crazy. So in other words, it's just everybody, my really good investors that buy multiple properties, been sitting on their hands going, I just want to wait. I don't have to have more properties until it makes sense. I understand that. We never push people, but that is the difference. So the second half has been unbelievably great. Now, the inventory has also been a problem. That's the second problem that 2024 had. It was a lot more selective than it had been in the previous year. So starting out in January and February, we just didn't have a tremendous amount of inventory to sell. But as the year progressed, then it got stronger and stronger. So what we're seeing is builders especially building a lot more, and they're looking forward and they're saying, look, we see that the rates are going down. We think it's going to be that much stronger. And so inventory started to increase towards the end of the year. So the combination of lower rates and more inventory made the second half of the year, especially the last quarter of the year that we're dealing with, we're almost finished with, incredibly strong. So, there was also an election year. I'm sure you all are aware of that. And what an election does is creates tremendous insecurity, because as you know, elections are incredibly negative these days. It's all about what's bad about the other side, and both sides do it. And so everybody's going, oh my God, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna destroy the economy. No, the other side is gonna kill us and destroy the economy. So you're kind of waiting, all right, until the whole thing is over, and then you're relieved. And then all of a sudden you're going, it's life as usual. That's what these big presidential cycles do. So that's gone. So we're very happy that we don't have that for a couple of years now. We're going to go into 2025 with lower rates. We're going to go into 2025 with more inventory. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when I make my predictions for 2025 for investors in my next video.